Greetings everyone, it is me, Gigalem, and welcome back to Metroid Zero Mission. Last time I got lost in Norfair. It goes to show how long it's been. I have never been really good at navigating the most optimal way through these games. But now, we have finally opened up the way to Ridley. So, yeah. Also, I just noticed that there's something here. But there's no missile expansion, otherwise the map would have indicated it. But, as you may notice this area is, well, taking a bit of, the organics of this area is taking a toll on the wildlife here. And what we have is something that always tends to mess with me every time I play this game. So who do we have here? This is Imago. And this is the boss you're supposed to get the super missiles from. Right now, it's currently in its larva state. So yeah. What you're supposed to do is freeze that little beetle right there while you have access to, while you're within range. But sometimes these little projectiles can get in the way, such as they do here. What you want to do is make sure you constantly refreezing this enemy and constantly shooting down the little vines or veins or whatever that's keeping it stationary up there. And that shot got in my way. So now I have to wait for this little beetle to get over here, so that way I can freeze it. You cannot kill those beetles. They might be the last thing to even survive Samus's onslaught. They're probably just floating through space if they can breathe in space. And now I have to wait for it to come back because, of course, of these projectiles. Fortunately, those little scatter shots it does. It will give pickups, and as far as I'm aware, they're not frame-based like they are in the original Metroid. But yeah. Dang it, so close. But now I have to wait. So much is happening during this month, and some of it is just not fun. Oof. I'm just like, I just wish this year would catch a break. But now, they've fallen through the surface. But we can't exactly do anything about them just yet. They are just hatching. And if we go down here, we're going to Ridley. And it seems we have some visitors. This is something we'll talk about soon. Yes, that very thing you saw is the namesake of this area. Now, how do you progress in this area exactly? Well, let me pull up Ridley real quick. So, the problem with Ridley is that you only have a resource room, or so it seems, to the right. And while you can, and while I do know about a way to access this part of it, I don't want to go there out of order just yet. You do have a save room here. And you do have an area you can access with super missiles if you really want to. In fact, I do have super missiles on me already. You can see the thing is that the creature is still hatching. So, what you're meant to do... so, basically, I'm going to create a restore point first. Because I didn't save here yet, so that way I can load it and restart the recording if things go awry. So what you're meant to do here is go back up and you're supposed to follow this tunnel. And it will lead you straight to the boss arena. So, what happens if I decide to just enter it with super missiles early? Well, I get to go to this area much earlier. I guess that's another thing that is very admirable about the Metroid series in general is when players find a way to get certain power-ups early, such as super missiles. Well, you can explore certain areas much earlier ahead of time. Okay, this thing. This power-up is a tease. And... basically, I can skip a boss if I really wanted to. Like, if I wasn't caring about 100%, which I usually don't play through Metroid Zero mission with 100% in mind. Like, I'd happily do that. Just get super missiles early, skip a boss. And that's part of the charm with speedruns of this game. This game has a huge speedrunning scene. I mean, Super Metroid is definitely one of those games that you know is definitely popular with the speedrunners and such. And it's all about just mastering those tricks to be able to access certain items early. But now that we're on the other side, we can actually get this early. This is our 7th energy tank. We only have 5 left. And some of them are going to be a real pain to get because the last one... I hate the last one. I really freaking do. But even though I've accessed this area early... Oof. Oof, dang it. I kind of want to go back to, I kind of want to go back and defeat the boss proper. Because this is going to be all items. Like, there will be a point where I'm going to be doing a lot of things in posts to get every single item. So, yeah. Dang it. I forget how many enemies are in this particular corridor. So, yeah. I'm gonna wait for him. And there we go. I was worried I was going to have to resort to restore points for that, so I will see you with the boss proper. Now, let's go and go into this boss proper. It may not look like someone is here, but there is! This is what happens when Imago hatches. And what you're supposed to be hitting is that weak point. Like, as far as I'm aware, this boss does have projectiles where if you shoot them, there are item drops. And, I wonder how much Super Missiles does. Super Missiles has a lot of strength put into them. Some enemies that would take a while with missiles or even your normal weapon will fall to a couple of Super Missiles. So yeah. This enemy, this particular boss will get faster the more you shoot its weak point. Like, it's getting really fast. And yeah, that's what I mean by it will do drops. And did I just speed booster to damage it? Like, I felt like I hit it with the speed booster rather than the I have to look at that in editing, but this is where you're meant to get Super Missiles for the first time. But if you're like me, well, I wanted it early. Like, I may not be crazy enough to get, Varia suit early, but hey, when you get Super Missiles early, well, it feels like a whole world is open to you. But yeah. Samus, downwards. Thank you. But yeah, now we can go back and make progress proper. So, let's see. We have a boss to face. And where else to go but down? I will see you back to where I was before I decided to fight that boss proper. So, right here is another save room. And I think it'd be fitting to save here. And we're not even done with the part just yet. Because to get to where we need to go, we need to head down. And this is basically a give me right here. Like, let's see. 120. We have like 24 of the missile packs at this point. I'm sure there's someone who's giving better Oh, I forgot about this area. I forgot about the two missile expansions that are in this area below. I am probably going to edit around that when I get to that point. But right here, let's get a map scan of Ridley. Yep. We were above the room where Ridley is. But we got a whole lot of room to cover. So, yeah. I'd say I should probably take care of Ridley first before getting that item. This particular area is where you're supposed to, okay, like there's a shortcut here, and this is where you can build up a speed booster here. Another gimme missile tank. I mean, when you can do stuff like this, it's really fun. But it's just not a fun thing to use when it requires a lot of precise trickery. And even then, we're not even done. Like, there's a lot of items per area. And Ridley has a lot of items. Now you're probably wondering, what's the importance of this area right here? Well, it's the area above it. I feel like area is going to be the word of the day. Oh. There's an unknown item in this area. If I remember correctly, it's like, let's see. It's gonna have to be the, third area I want to go to, so... Oof. At least I'm getting a lot of health, but... Down here, if we can get out of that... Let's see... Well... There's a missile expansion here. And there's even an area below it that we can't get to just yet. And I say yet. Oh, look, we have nice missiles. Now I just need to figure out a way to... Oh yeah. Here's me overcomplicating things. I guess observation with the environment is another thing you should pay attention to, because if there's no enemies coming out of there, that's probably something to tell you, hey, this is actually a secret way out. Anyway, here's another area with enemies and a very easy to get missile expansion. I notice a lot of missile expansions in Ridley are basically gimmies, but I think there's a good reason for it. We do have a boss coming up. And I definitely wanted to do that, and good thing I got it first try. Wow. Because I usually struggle with that. But I'm not going to complain about that. Like, a lot of your missile expansions are going to be with this area. In fact, free super missiles here. Like, no strings attached, just easy super missiles. We do have a room on the other side that, on the map I'm looking at, but we shouldn't worry about that just yet. Maybe someday I'll figure out some of the more expert tricks of this game. But now we have to go down. But I'm gonna go over here first. Okay, one thing I want to do is get a running start. Because it will at least let us blaze through enough enemies and gather us a full heal on resources. Because in here is another energy tank. And I'm trying to remember where. Yep, it's right here. That's our 8th one. Which means there are only 4 left. I mean, it's pretty easy to tell, but yeah. Now, let's wrap up this part and take care of Ridley. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's no Chozos in this particular area. So, now this area... Oof. I want to say there's a missile Oh, wait, we can't get it yet. Okay. Ow. That's what happens when this... when that particular boss door attacks you. But now, let's fight Samus's, nemesis. Will we step in here? Oh, wait. Oh, right. You get the item first. I'm pretty sure this is your gravity suit, but again, we can't get it until very later. However, our 9th energy tank. I'm surprised how fast we're getting all the items. We're only like, I think, 6 parts in. Okay, now I know why you don't exactly fight Ridley then. They wanted you to be ready. Because, you fight him right now! This sadistic genius of a creature is Ridley. And is the sole reason why Samus is orphaned. He showed up when Samus was only a 3-year-old girl on the planet, on Earth, and to not only steal some materials, but her mother would sacrifice her life to save Samus, and her father would be the reason why Ridley would be mortally wounded. Or at least, her father is the reason why they didn't get away with the attack. And Ridley was only left mortally, brutally injured. But now we can actually access the other rooms. But fortunately, we can get a free heal again. Yeah. In the Metroid Zero Mission manga, Ridley even taunts Samus to the point of making her shut down completely, and that is not pretty and not cool. So it was because of that it would take a point. It would take the Chozo, giving her a talk from beyond the grave to basically let it all out. And that's essentially what got Samus to snap at Ridley in the manga. I should probably give it a full read proper. I only know of certain things, but it is archived somewhere. Just search it up yourself. I'm not going to link it. I'm not going to risk linking it. But yeah, I think that will do it for this part. Anyways, if you want to donate, there are a couple links in the description below. Any amount helps. And if you want to follow this series and any others like it, it's just a simple hit the subscribe button and the bell and you'll be on your way. But you don't have to if you don't want to. The thought is appreciated. Anyways, I hope you're taking really good care of yourself. And I shall now see you next mission.